Okay, so very good morning, students. Welcome back to our online class for today. Okay, so today is Monday, September 14th, 2020. Okay, students, so today is the first day of the week, and teacher believes that right now you are fine. Okay, and you are already with the our lessons, our study for today as well. Okay, good, students. So now, teacher, I would like you to open your book to page 107 altogether. Then you will see the topic that we are going to learn for today. Okay, students. So we are going to learn about Unit 8, Studying Abroad, and this is Lesson 2, UST guys. So in the previous session, we have learned already about Part A, Part B, and Part C, right? So today we are going to continue this lesson on Part D. Okay, about grammar. Okay, good, students. So now let's see the contents that we are going to. You will know about the activities that we are going to do in this video. Okay, so Part A, review. So teacher would like to review you about some vocabularies that we have learned so far in this lesson, and Part B about comparative and superlative adjectives. Students, we have learned already about comparative and superlative adjectives, right? But today teacher has something new to teach you. It can be extra about comparative and superlative adjective. Okay, and Part C is about practice. So we have some exercises to practice after we finish learning about this type of grammar. Okay, so now let's go to Part A altogether, review. Okay, so for the review we have until 6 vocabularies, and the first one, high-tech, historic, fell in love, year-round, festivals, green. Okay, again, students. So teacher will read it for you, then you have to listen to me. Okay. Okay, high-tech, historic, fell in love, year-round, festivals, green. Okay, all together. Repeat after me. High-tech. Again, high-tech, historic, fell in love, year-round, festivals, green. Okay, students. So high-tech, what does it mean, high-tech, students? High-tech means having or involving modern technology. Okay, we can say also high technology. So this is the meanings of high-tech. And number 2, historic. Historic, you know history, everyone? Okay, so historic, we talk about famous or important in history. We talk about something important in history, so we call historic. Number 3, fell in love. Okay, so fell in love, you know already about this word, right? Okay, so mean to begin to love someone or something. Okay, not just only the love that people have with each other or to someone else. It can also like with the animals or with the things as well. So fell in love. For example, we see a nice car, then we start falling in love with that car. So this means we fall in love with the things. Okay. Okay, so fall in love means like this. Next. Number 4, year-round. Okay, so year-round means happening or present for the whole year. Okay, for example, for 1 year, so year-round means for 1 year. Okay, whole years. We talk about it. Some things we talk about something happening or present for the whole year. We call year-round. Okay. Number 5 altogether, students. Listen carefully. So this is important also. Festivals. What does it mean, festivals, students? Who still remember about this word? So festivals, we talk about special time when people get together to celebrate something. Okay, so this means festivals. The last one, green. You know, green, if we talk about green, you will understand that this is a type of color, right? Okay, so sure, this is a type of color, but we talk about green over here means we talk about the having a lot of plants or trees and natural spaces. Okay, so this means like this. Okay, good. That's all, students. So now let's read it again for you. and teacher also would like you to repeat after me as well. So let's get started. High tech, historic, fell in love, year round, festivals, cringe. Okay, very good, students. So now let's move to part B altogether. Part B, comparative and superlative. So you know already, right? When we used to compare something, comparative we used to compare two things, okay? Two things. And superlative we used to describe the credit or lowest degree, okay? Lowest degrees of some things. Okay, students. So when we use it, comparative for the adjective that has one syllable, so those adjectives should add e or ie or when it has y in the end, okay, to those adjectives that have y in the end. So we have to change y to ies. Okay, so when those adjectives have more than one syllable, can be three syllable, okay, so we use more before that adjective, okay, so we add e or ie or so to the end of the adjective or change y to ie or, okay. But for the adjective that has more than two syllables, we always add more before, okay, and more before that adjective. How about most? Okay, most we use it for superlative adjective, okay. So for the superlative adjective, when we use to write a sentence, we have to add est, okay, est to the adjective that has more that have one syllable, and the adjective that end in y, we change y to iest, okay. But for the adjective that have more than two syllables, we always add the most, okay, the most before that adjective. Okay, good, students. So now let's go to the example. Oh wait, right. So something new over here. We always used to compare two things, right? We always talk about the credits. So today let's tell about the lowest. Okay. We use last and least. So last is used with comparative adjective, and least used with superlative adjective. Okay. This is talk about the lowest. Okay. Okay, good. So student, you will learn also about both and, okay, both blah 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 and and. Okay, as you can see here, both b and a and b. So when we use both, it should be both noun and noun. Okay, both nouns and noun. Okay, so good. So you will know also how to use both. Okay, both and last and least. Okay, less and least. Okay, good, students. So let's see the example. When do we use least and when do we use last? Okay, less is a comparative. Okay, less is a comparative and means the opposite of more. Okay, so means not more but it less. Okay, mean lower. And least is a superlative. It means the opposite from most. Okay, opposite from most. Okay, good. So let's see the example all together to make sure that you understand about the usage of the word last and least and both as well. Okay, good. So let's see comparative adjectives and superlatives. Okay, so for example, number one, Miami is more historic than you imagine. So look at historic. So this is okay. Has more than one syllable, right? More than two syllable. So we use more. Okay, we use more and then. Okay, when we use to compare, don't be forget to write the word then after the adjective. Okay. Good. Number two, it's less rainy here than you think. So look at this, less rainy. So rainy is an adjective. Okay, so we use less before an adjective over here to talk about something that is not enough. Okay, that's not enough. Number three, it's less sunny than Miami or Los Angeles. So look at the sunny over here. Sunny, this is an adjective, okay? But use less before it to make to say that something is less, something is not too much, okay? Number four, it has the most international food in the area. So look at the most. You know the most that we use it with the superlative adjective. So we used to talk about the greatest of something. So the most international. So international over here, this is an adjective. Then it has more than two syllables. Okay. So food in the area. Okay, good students. So look at number five together. Did you know it has the least expensive housings in the West? So you know that least is this is what means the opposite from the word the most. The most talk about the greatest, and the least we talk about the lowest. So means that the least expensive housings in the West. I mean we talk about the lowest price in the okay lowest price of the house in the West. Number six, the state has the least cloudy sky in America. So okay, the list over here you know already, and look at the word cloudy. Cloudy, this is an adjective. So number five, number six, and number four, this is for called superlative adjective, and number one to number three, this is comparative adjective. Okay, good. So do you understand, students? If you have a question, just leave a question below the video, and teacher will try to answer your question as well. Okay, good. So anyway, teacher would like you to try to ask the question. Okay, to ask the question, to find a question to ask teacher to make sure that we can catch up the points well. Okay, good students. So let's move to next. Okay, this is part C, the last part of our video for today, for this session. So part C, practice. Underline the error in each sentence. Okay, sentences. Write the correction. So look at the sentence below over here, from 1 to 5. So this sentence have something errors in each. Okay, in each. So what you have to do, you have to underline the mistake, and then you have to write down about the okay, so you have to write down about the corrections answer. Okay, students. Okay, good. Okay, so now teacher would like you to spend 2 minutes to read and do it. Okay, let's pause the video right now and do it. Okay, good. So right now, teacher believe that you have done with your answer already. So let's check the answer all together. Number one, I like both. You know that when we use both, it should be both and. Okay, both noun and noun as well. So the error place is the. Okay, the. So not the over here, it should be and the. Okay. Again, the answer is that I like both Canada and the USA. Okay, and the. So we have to add the, not the only. Add and the. Okay, good. So number two, I disagree. This country is less. Okay, sorry, at least dangerous than America. So the problem is that. Okay, look at the sentence. This country is least dangerous than America. So look at the verb then, and look at to be is. Okay, students. So you will know this is used for superlative or comparative. So we use then. So then over here, after the adjective, so over here should be comparative. Okay, so we have to change least to less. Okay, change least to less. Number three, I think Rio is most beautiful city in the world. Okay, so this is right. We talk about the greatest. Okay, talk about the greatest things in the world. So the problem is that most. When we use most, we should add the. Okay, the most beautiful. So we have to change most to the most. Okay. So the problem is that most. So you have to underline most and add the most beautiful city in the world. Number 4, my city more interesting than LA. Okay, so my university. Okay, so more interesting than LA. So number 4 should be what, students? Okay, so the problem is that more city more. So can you see that this is low something? Miss something, students. So my city is okay. It's the subject and more interesting than LA. So this is adjective, students. So interesting than this is comparative adjective. What we miss is that okay. So what we miss is to be. So it should be my city is more interesting than LA. So you can underline more and add and write is more. Okay, the problem is more and the correction is more. It's more interesting than LA. Number 5, this city is more quick. No, more quiet. Okay, more quiet. New York. It should be more quiet than, right? But look at the word quiet, students. You know the word quiet, it should be quiet. Okay, quiet then. This is comparative adjective. Okay, so the problem is quiet. You can underline quiet. Then you can write the city is more quiet than New York. Okay. All right, very good, students. So teacher believes that you catch up the answer, and let's go to Nick. Okay, so this is question times. So teacher would like you to ask the question to this video because teachers think that this topic is very interesting for us for the students. Okay, okay, good. So you want to make sure that you can catch up with this lesson or not, you can rewatch the video or read the book on page 107. Then you will understand more about comparative and superlative adjectives, more, most, less, least, and both and. Okay, all right, very good. So teacher hope that you have question to ask teacher. Okay, so thank you so much, students, for watching this video, and teacher hope to see you guys on the second session. Okay, thank you, goodbye.